welcome back to Home Day. You know, they say the kitchen is the heart of the home, so you really want to get it right. You need to look at the whole space and see how to make it work best for your needs. And that's just what our Arren Williams did with this client's kitchen makeover. Take a look.
Whenever I'm working on a design project, the first thing that happens is that the family comes in, the home has its own look, and you have to kind of make those two things kind of come together. Here, we were working with a bit of a blank space. It hadn't been touched in about 20 years. The look was cluttered, kind of French country, did not suit the young family style at all. They were looking for something a lot more cleaner, Scandinavian, bit of mid-century, bit of Palm Springs thrown in there too. Something that really suited their style, but it had to suit a family too. So you're looking around here, you're seeing lots of marble veining. I have to tell you, it's easy to take care of because this is Neolith. This surface here is practically indestructible. It's from Ciot. This is the Calcutta Luxe, a favorite of mine because I love the bold veining. It's super cool. Because we have so much space here, we really divided the area up. We have a main kitchen here, and then further back, we set up a whole coffee bar area with more storage, a wine fridge. And I love the way that this has kind of opened up the whole space and made it a lot more usable for the family as well. You'll see a few different design touches that I really love that really actually reference the homeowners themselves. We've got Greek artwork, references one side of the family, and we've got a British stove too. But of course, the Canadian design also represents in here as well. From Luminaire Authentique, all the fantastic lighting. From Johnson Beton in Quebec, also this great cast concrete dining table. And then I love to throw in just a few design curveballs so there are always vintage touches, like these fantastic mid-century chairs that we found on Facebook Marketplace. Lots of tile in the space too, and we did something really special with Reeded Tile. We did a complete range hood out of tile itself with a lovely curve on it, really special. And that's a real design tip, is to think outside the box when you're thinking about putting in a range hood. Try and do something unusual, and we've really done that here.
Gorgeous space. Oh my goodness. I love how you made two separate areas for them. And I want to know what people need to think about if they're doing their own kitchen reno, because like that's what we all want.
It is.
And it's so good.
And we have to get there. But first, you've got to figure out your style.
Yes.
You've got to use that Pinterest, get that mood going.
Right.
So I'm going to ask you, what's your kitchen style?
Oh, Lordy. Okay, so I'm going to say modern. Like, it is very clean lines. There's not a lot of frills and curly cues. It's modern, clean, contemporary.
Clean and simple. It's a good way to go, clean and contemporary.
Yeah.
For us with this kitchen, our look was Palm Springs, Scandinavian modern.
Ooh,
and I find it really helpful to kind of come up with almost like a story name for a project, because I have a good sense of what style is and how things work together, but the homeowner needs help with that.
Yes.
And giving them that vision helps really to pull the whole look together.
We've got to talk about a bunch of things in the kitchen, but first of all, no uppers.
No uppers, that's right.
No uppers, to me, like, big trend. I do not know how people live that way. Where are they putting their things? It looks so good, though.
Well, no uppers, just like this kitchen right here.
It's
so what
so
you're seeing,
stunning.
it is stunning, and it works so well, but you need, number one, you need space. You need space to reposition in your storage. Everything that was up on the wall has to go somewhere else. You have to make that happen. You then have to really figure out, maybe you can live with less as well.
Yes.
But maybe it's just not going to work for you at all. Like, it is one of those things that is a huge trend right now.
Yes, it's about your personality, because if this was me, I'd be putting everything up on that shelf. And then people are going to come in and there's a backpack and an empty lunch and it's like a loaf of bread.
No.
I know. I'm a nightmare. Okay, what would you say people overlook when they're actually planning their kitchen?
People need to plan for the kitchen they want, not the kitchen that they've got. So really the best thing is to come up with zones, like a coffee zone like this. You could even have stools set up at the end of a counter, even if there isn't an overhang. We found these great stools from Sunday's Furniture.
Oh, very
but you need a place that you can drop your groceries, that's close to a fridge, that's near the sink. You really have to think about how close everything is. You don't want to have to walk around things to make your kitchen work for you.
So we have something that I have called the bum test. So you pretend you're prepping something over there.
Prepping.
And I'm cooking over here. Look, our bums aren't touching.
Exactly.
Our kitchen works.
It does. There's enough space.
But if we're bum to bum, there's a problem. Or when you're washing dishes, you have to have a place to put the pot down.
That's
you know?
right.
Like,
and
all of
the
that
dishwasher
stuff
has to be right next to the the sink as well.
That's
All
right.
these things are things to think about, absolutely.
Okay, good stuff. So you've done the bum test and you figured it out. Let's talk a little bit about the countertops.
So countertop materials it's certainly changed over the years. What we used was a sintered stone material that I found at Ciot called Neolith. It's actually made in Spain.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing here is very bold. We went for a
but
bold
it works
look.
so well in that
It does work
kitchen.
so well because there's lots of open space.
Right.
But this material is so easy to work with. It's stain-proof and heat-proof.
Yeah.
And it comes in lots of different finishes. There's things that are a lot calmer than this.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be as strong as this one is.
Totally.
But it really is fantastic.
Yeah, and you do want something low maintenance.
You
though,
do. Low
which
maintenance,
is-
especially
yes.
for families, big thing.
Absolutely. Okay, another trend I've seen is carrying the counter material right up the wall.
Yes, a big look indeed,
beautiful.
a big look. But what we have to talk about is what has to happen for that.
Yeah.
So you need a fabrication company to come in and template everything, and then off-site it's all cut by water jet. On a countertop, they actually take it and they mitre and then glue everything together using a special epoxy.
Okay.
And that's backed. But for a wall panel like this, it actually, once it's templated and cut, it comes in and it just goes up with construction adhesive.
Very nice. They look, and the effect is incredible. Let's talk about the shelf that is replacing the uppers. So I already told you I would be a bad girl with these. What do we need to know about this?
Such a hot look on Instagram
It looks
are
so
these
good.
shelves where you see the marble and the stone going all the way up. It is a great look, but buyer beware. It takes a lot of work to make this actually work.
Yeah.
What you actually have to do is cut into the drywall, attach a custom-made steel girder to your studs,
Yeah.
and that is what supports the shelf. Because the last thing you want is shelf sag.
Right.
Seriously,
yeah, you don't want that
this,
coming down.
No, you don't want this coming, because these are heavy. It's incredibly heavy. So it
Yes.
does need to be supported properly. The other big thing is that you're not using this to stack your dishes
No
on.
bread?
Or to put a backpack on
No,
there.
no lunches?
No lunches.
No?
So this is for display. So you're going to
Yeah.
see beautiful vases up there like these ones we found at Zilla. So you're going to find artwork up there. You're going to find lots of great pieces. And that really is about talking about your style in the space.
It's talking about your style, but it's also knowing who you are as a person.
Absolutely.
If you
For
can't
sure.
do that, don't even bother. Let's talk about the range hood, because that is a huge part of the style now these days.
It really is. So if you are buying a range hood that's plain stainless steel, popping it up in your kitchen, please don't.
Those days are over?
Those days are over. You need to make a style statement. So this is the tile we used on the range hood in that kitchen. So
Yeah.
literally, we built a frame that mimicked what this tile can do, which is curve around an edge.
So cool.
But you could do tile like this. You can actually use the same material on the surface as well.
Yeah.
Or you could do a custom plaster, for example, or a special metal, but just not something fresh out of the box. You have to make a
Yeah.
design statement.
But it's always going to be custom, right? Are you ever going to be able to buy something that matches the rest of your kitchen
No,
in a
it's always-
hood? It's always custom.
It's always going to be custom.
Yeah, okay, it is what it is. Fine. Thank you for these great tips. And for styling the kitchen, it looks so good, Arren. Thank